of the patriarchy, which is a system of male dominance of society.
Yeah, but that's not my sense of the patriarchy.
So what's yours?
Well, in what sense is our society male-dominated?
The fact that the vast majority of wealth is owned by men, the vast majority of capital is owned by men. Women do more unpaid labour.
A very tiny proportion of men, and a huge proportion of people who are seriously disaffected are men. Most people in prison are men. Most people who are on the street are men. Most victims of violent crime are men. Most people who commit suicide are men. Most people who die in wars are men. People who do worse in school are men. It's like, where's the dominance here precisely? What you're doing is you're taking a tiny substrata of hyper-successful men and using that to represent the entire structure of Western society. There's nothing about that that's vaguely appropriate.
But I could say equally well that most rape victims are women. You know, terrible things happen to people.
Okay, let's pause real quick. I'm going to start on this side. This question ties into what we are watching, but it's still a little off of it. Do you guys think masculinity is getting killed today? Yes or no? Starting on this side.
Absolutely.
And why or why not?
I don't know. I feel like you're taught. They want you to be like softer. Want you to, be more emotional. But yeah, I guess that's kind of most the gist of it for me. It's like they want you to be a little bit more soft. I
got you. No, I got you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I keep saying this, honestly. I always start out with honesty. I'm not used to being live. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
I don't know. I tend to not really look into these subjects. I worry about myself mostly.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna pause you right there.
Okay,
that's
ahead,
a very dangerous thing. I'm keeping it a buck from me to you.
Yeah.
That's a very, very dangerous thing as a man.
But listen. I worry about myself honestly. Like I make sure I'm kept up. And if I'm going to pursue a relationship, whether it's platonic or intimate or sexual, I'm very picky about it. I want to make sure that they're good as well. Like financially, they're stable mentally, financially, But back to the question, is masculinity being
like attacked?
Attacked.
Yes, basically.
From what I see, I guess so, yeah. I don't really have much to say on it because like I said before, I don't really touch on these subjects. But I mean, from what I've heard from both men and women, generally, I kind of agree.
Okay, I got you.
So as far as like masculinity being attacked, I think it comes down to like each individual man. Because like most men nowadays aren't really working with their hands. They're not doing like manual labor. And those are the things that instill that discipline in you to go and pursue like greater things.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of people start off with. But nowadays with all the food, estrogen in food, all these different factors that are tapping into masculinity or what a man is supposed to be is definitely being inhibited. And then the way that media is marketed to men and I guess like the dumbing down in the media when you go out in real life, the guys who are doing the hardest, intensive physical and mental jobs are men. Yeah. I just think they're trying to paint it in a certain way in the media where it's negative when in all actuality, if guys were actually involved in those laborers' jobs again and, getting your hands dirty, lifting weights, picking up heavy shit, then it would increase the overall society. But I think most guys are told not to do that, not to be that gym bro, not to be that masculine guy.
Be a little bit more softer, yep.
Hey, man, I had one more thought.
Go ahead.
And I have nothing against, like, LGBTQ or whatever, but as it's growing,
I was just about to get me canceled. Hold on.
Growing in society.
Whisper that shit to me first. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, even like what you were saying about the media and marketing, there's less men, like you said, working with their hands, doing that, and it's just more of like I was saying earlier about being more soft, being more subtle, instead of being that
pushing the femininity of men, I guess.
And men need to have you need to have a feminine side. You do need to have a man doesn't need to have that balance of having a feminine side. You can't be hard. That's what she was saying earlier about men that are too controlling to this.
Yeah,
So you do need to have a feminine side.
Okay, let me hold on. Let me throw it to the ladies real quick, starting with Gabby. Do you think that men are weaker than they were before? Yes or no? And if so, why?
Okay, so I don't really know how to answer this question.
Gotcha.
But I don't. From my personal experience, no, I don't think they're getting weaker. I've always been approached by very masculine men.
Mm-hmm.
I did grow up with masculine men, uncles, father, all that. So
yeah,
I don't. Like I said, I can't really give much on that question because I don't think they're getting weaker. Honestly, I feel like it's. I mean, I can understand the other guy's point of view. In regards to like being softer and not being as masculine, but I can say my experience is very different. So
okay, next. Same question.
I understand what he meant by like they expect men to be weaker now or softer, because I feel like a lot of females kind of want to be too independent, that they don't expect any kind of dependency on men. I feel like men should have like that 70% masculinity, and that 30% feminine side of them. Mm-hmm. But I feel like a lot of women want to have 50-50, and it doesn't provide a masculine enough kind of man, someone who like provides, supports, and like, and I feel like a lot of females now just want someone who's like, I don't know, and it also depends like who you attract, because like how Gabby said, like she's been around all these masculine men, so that's just what she attracts, that's what she knows. And a lot of females, sometimes they've never had that, so they kind of like lower their feminine side, and expect like not masculine, like you had to be feminine enough to have a masculine kind of person, like guy,
For you, the type of relationship that you want like a 50-50 type relationship, or you want the guy to like, I guess, be the provider type of thing?
No, well, I want to have 70% feminine in me, 30% masculine.
No, meaning like what type of relationship?
Yeah.
50-50? What do you mean by 50?
Like meaning
50 on what?
Let's say you living with someone and you paying 50% of the bills, they paying 50% of the bills, versus the guy traditionally take care of the household type of thing.
It depends, like what he.
Can I say
I don't
something?
know.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I don't know if this is considered feminine. I think it kind of is in my point of view. Growing up, they would say, the man chases the woman and etc. So I was talking to one of my guy friends, and he was like, "Oh no, the woman gotta chase me. She gotta do all of this stuff for me. She better fly me out. All this stuff." And I'm just like, I'm serious. No, I'm serious. He did say that to me. He was saying how. Like he was like, fuck it, the woman gotta chase me, she gotta chase me down, and I'm over here looking at him like I look at him like in a different way.
Oh, here.
Yeah, hella feminine.
I think
I do feel like there are guys like him, like they expect the woman to chase them, and not saying that the energy can be reciprocated. Like if I want you, that I want you.
You got something to say, you can say it.
I wanna like.
I have a lot of things to say about this.
Go ahead, talk.
She's been waiting to talk.
She's been waiting to talk. Just go ahead.
Can I just
this is a
say
conversation.
something?
Yeah, go
Okay.
ahead.
G said something. Oh shit.
Women empowerment.
And then put the mic close to you. There you go.
Hi.
Yes.
Women empowerment. It definitely has been making men softer, but also it's a good thing because men are in touch with their sexuality more because of that. So like,
What do you mean by that? Like, but
I have several partners in the past that like they are okay with being pegged.
That's
you know,
not
Wait,
it.
what?
That's
and
not
like,
it.
I'm just saying, she gets
I wish I could turn the camera over there. No.
See,
yes,
That's no.
it's okay.
No, it's not. I like now. Yeah. No.
Where is he at now?
Where is he now?
Why aren't you with him?
Why are you
today?
not with him now?
He's getting dick in the eye.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah.
Does he doing like gimp suits and stuff like that?
No,
No,
not this. Don't bring up into this.
Oh my god.
You guys, it's okay for a guy to not be in control all the time.
Hey, but like, if he's
Well,
getting
hold on, real quick.
Okay.
Ladies. If you found out that your guy had I guess, same sex in the past, like high school or some shit, would you still date him?
Oh no.
Yes.
No, you said no, and you said yes.
Sexuality is a spectrum. Like it's
Whoa.
okay to
It's no
explore.
disrespect. Like no disrespect. Like I respect it. If I respect it, but I will have to walk away. You know,
Look,
I don't
I'm
think.
gonna tell you what, a bad bitch don't want to fuck with no dookie dick. I'm gonna tell you.
Like, I would be thinking about it. You know, I can't like comfortably be in the bed with you knowing that you
Right.
Did
had
that.
that with
Yeah.
another guy.
Yeah.
Milk in his
I'm gonna be
booty hole.
honest with you.
Milk.
Like,
Hold on, one at a time. Go ahead, Gabby.
Did you say milk?
oh no, I don't know if you want to speak on this.
No, go ahead. Go
Nah, I
ahead.
don't think so.
God, Lee, why y'all holding back today? What's going
She
on?
said she grew up around
Y'all
masculine
boring
men, so
today.
that makes sense.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest.
Boring
like,
today.
When I went on a date with this guy, like
Mm-hmm.
I was getting a little like feminine vibes from him, and that's okay, you know, like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
do you. But I saw a dildo in his car, and
What the
like, yes.
fuck?
I did not know like how to like
React.
to
Can
that.
I say one
So
thing?
Yeah, go
that
ahead.
gave me like
Why is it okay for women to explore and like make out with girls at the bar and like they take one too many drinks and they're like kissing their girlfriends, but like if a guy does that, then he's gay. You know,
It's biology. That's why. It just comes down to
No.
biology. It really does.
It's not. Guys have a prostate. Women don't. Anal feels better for them than it does for us. So if you're not willing to explore that, like that's totally, it's okay. But if you do and you end up liking it, that doesn't make you less of a man.
But my thing is like, why aren't you with that same guy who let you peg him? Like what? Why did that not last? Like that had to be a factor in like the level of respect you have for him.
Absolutely not. Like it just didn't work out for other reasons, but that it wasn't sexual. But I loved that I got to explore that, and now I have that experience.
You use that
in my
like a
portfolio.
she used him like a test dummy.
Now I can talk about it.
She used him like a test dummy.
Exactly.
I got a question for Shorty on the far right. So look, scoot your head back. Yeah. So look, when you seen the dildo in the car, what'd you do? Like, did you pick it up and was like,
Red
oh
pill
my
and chill,
God?
fellas. Red pill
Or
and
was you
chill.
just like,
oh, okay, it was pink. Like
No.
it was pink. It was pink.
hold on. So was it still in the case? Would that be dirty on the floor? Like,
I saw like the balls part.
All right. Anyway, no. Rewind.
If
Let's
he was flash
rewind.
collared, it would have been worse.
Like,
I mean, he was sitting on that
At
door
least
when
I
he
was
was
paying.
driving.
True.
It was-
One at a
it
time,
was
one at a time.
definitely in the back seat.
Yeah.
It was in the back seat because when I had to, I put my food like in the back of the car and I saw it and I was like,
You didn't say nothing.
no. I
Is that a turn off for you? Is that a red flag turn off? I'm done.
Absolutely. You're telling me no? Okay, come on. Let's just be.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you straight up because she said no.
Yeah,
if you was on a date and you went to his car and you saw a dildo in the back, how would you feel, Josie?
I'm sorry, I was reading the comment of people hating on me.
No,
over
don't
there.
read the comments.
They're
Don't
all
read the comments.
insecure.
Don't read the comments.
Don't read the comments.
What was the question again?
The question was, you was on a date. I guess it went good, right, Gabby? It went good. Y'all went to his car and you saw a dildo. What are your thoughts?
It probably wasn't for him, I
Oh,
guess, right?
So it's not a red flag for you, is what I'm asking.
No, it's not.
Okay. All right.
Maybe it was a prank from his bros. They were like, they hid it in
Hold
his car.
on. So let me ask.
Hold on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So since you said sexuality is a spectrum, you talking about pegging the dude, okay? You know, like, but you could argue that it's a heterosexual thing because it's a woman doing it to a man. But what if you like caught him sucking some dick or some shit like that? Like,
That's
would
different.
That, no. Okay, so it's different. So,
Yes.
So where on the spectrum of his sexuality are you jumping ship?
That's a great question.
That's
a great question.
He's definitely sucking dick. I'm gonna tell you that.
That's a great question.
The difference that I was just reaching for his prostate. I'm not a man myself. It wasn't a flash dildo with balls hanging, and I wasn't.
Right.
You know,
I get that. But you said sexuality's on the spectrum. So like,
Right.
you would mess with a dude who you will let peg you, but you're not gonna mess with no gay dude.
I would. Why
Oh, you
not? If
would.
it's chosen me at that time.
But if you seen him sucking dick, like you say you was dating him for 3 years, and then like a video came out, he was sucking dick. Like, are
He's
you
with
fucking
me
him?
now, I guess.
So
He's
you fucking
just-
with him?
Yeah, he's bye. It's okay.
Fuck. All right. Say less. All right. Trent, that last video,
Interesting.
and then so we can wrap things up. And I got a super chat really quick. I'm sorry. Super chat. Where is this? Where we at? Info says, this is a rough one. Question for the panel. Since feminism has made women like men and men like women by majority, is this helping or hurting society? What do you think versus how you behave are different? Matter of fact, we can briefly go over that. We start with you.
This is a question. Let me read it one more time.
Yeah.
Hold on, so you eat ass?
Wait, what? How you go back to that?
I'm thinking like she talking about the ass, but
Oh,
you
no,
eat ass.
I thought he was asking you. I was like,
No,
you ask?
I asked.
Absolutely, yeah.
No. I'm asking the super chat question. All right, from intro.
chips are hard.
Yeah.
He says this is a rough one. Question for the panel: since feminism has made women like men and men like women by majority, is this helping or hurting society? That's all I need to know.
Okay, so here's the thing, and this kind of goes like in depth. Like there has been like a lot of like, you know, men versus women, women versus men.
Yeah.
But what people don't really realize at the end of the day is that we both really need each other.
Facts.
At the end of the day, we both can't survive without another.
Facts.
Like, you know, no matter what your sexuality is or like what you agree with or what you don't agree with,
Go ahead.
you know what I'm saying? You're still here. You know,
let him get off.
you're still here and you're still born because of a man and a woman.
Yes.
So I think a lot of people are not realizing that they think that, oh, we got to go against each other. There's a war, but not realizing that we can't have one without the other. There's a balance. So it's like we're almost like trying to say like we're enemies when we're not enemies.
Facts.
So I mean, most definitely because people don't realize that in order for us to survive, we need that balance.
Okay.
So there's definitely something being played like, oh, you know, this person, you know, we got to go against this. Man has to go against women. Women has to go against men. It's like that's not the case at all. We need each other. So people are not really realizing the bigger picture. And they're picking sides, not realizing at the end of the day, it's just hurting humanity as a whole.
Okay, I fuck with that. Go ahead. Same question. Hello?
I agree.
No, Josie.
She frozen.
She frozen. What the fuck?
The chat.
Yeah, she probably reading the chat. Anyway, do you think the way the society is set up, like men becoming more womenized, I guess, and more women are becoming more masculine, is that good or bad for society?
I think it's great.
And why?
Because I think that most men have the urge of being extra masculine, and a lot of them don't branch out
Wait,
because
what?
they're scared. Yeah.
Okay.
And, you know, and it's okay for men to be feminine sometimes, and for women to be more masculine. And
I
it doesn't
wholeheartedly
make you less of
disagree.
a man.
I wholeheartedly disagree, but I'm gonna wait to the end. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
They're saying that we're skipping the question. Like, what do you mean the question?
No, we are
The super
not.
chat.
This
The
is
super
a
chat.
rough
Since feminism
feminism
has made women
like
more
men.
like men and men like women by majority.
I just read that. Yes.
And he
Is
said,
that
what
helping
you
or hurting
think versus
society?
how you behave are different.
Basically, the question I'm asking you is, do you think this is helping or hurting society that men are becoming more like women and women
honestly-
becoming more like men?
I think it's hurting society
And why?
because I feel like a lot of females are trying to be, like how I said, trying to be more masculine, but you're not going to attract someone who is masculine enough for you. You know, if you're going to be more masculine, you're going to attract someone who's more feminine, you know, because it's literally like,
You gotta
you know,
balance the energy. You gotta
yeah,
balance.
and if on the same side with a guy, like if he's too soft, he's going to attract a female who's like leading, you know.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, Gabby.
Yeah, just to piggyback, I definitely agree. There has to be a balance.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that it is hurting society. That's just my point of view. Because I know for me personally, like I would want someone, you know, masculine. I know other women want someone masculine. So
Oh shit.
it's just gonna. I just feel like there just need to be a balance. And I think men should act like men, women should be women, but it's a very tough topic to really talk about. So I'm trying to
Yeah, no, I got you.
not really speak so much on it, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think overall it is hurting society because women and men aren't getting what they really want.
And then move the
anymore.
mic closer to you, just real quick.
Oh yeah,
baby.
men and women aren't getting what they really want anymore, and that's like long-term relationships filled with ideological love or the idea
Yes.
of love of what we, you know, have depicted of what love is. Men and women aren't getting that as a whole, as a majority. So I think it is damaging society, and I think there is something dangerous about the whole men need to be more feminine, because when men are more feminine, they react in a violent way because they are
That's
moving
exactly what I
off
was
of
about to say.
emotion
Yes.
and not logic. Like that's why you got so many
That's why I
dudes-
wholeheartedly disagree with what you said. Because a man that's feminine, he's going to go more side in his emotions. And
Because they project.
No, no.
It's because he can't control his emotions, and when a man gets overly emotional, a lot of times it can end in violence because
yes.
he has the ability to distort his reality. Like
Yes.
men since the beginning of time have had the ability with tools and with their physical hands to be able to distort reality. That's why we have skyscrapers and that's why we have houses and stuff like that, because men are able to build and distort their reality, but it can also be destroyed just like it can be built, it can be destroyed. And that building comes from the logical mind. We need to advance society. We need to build. We need to see how many people we can fit in this large ass building.
Yes.
and how narrow we can make this building. When you move off of your emotional side, I'm going to destroy the whole thing because it hurt my feelings.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think like when you're saying, oh, men need to be more feminine. No, men don't need to be more feminine. They need to live in their full masculinity. What they need to be able to do is empathize with feminine women.
What are your thoughts on that before we move on? Ladies? Nothing?
I agree.
I do agree.
Same question. Then we're going to move up and wrap it up.
I mean, y'all pretty much got it covered.
Okay.
Boys side, y'all got it covered.
Well,
I mean, but to add on to that, like, just be yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Just be yourself.
Yeah, I feel like your feminine side really, like for a man, the only time when you say feminine, it's really just like nurturing and growth. And the only time you really want to nurture something is like something that's yours. So as a man, as being protective, the people that you protect, your woman, your children, those are the people that you nurture. Those are the people that you want to kind of have that softer side with. You know what I'm saying? Be able to talk to them. They see that the boys are more, they talk about their emotions more. They're okay with that. They can talk to their dad about it. They can talk to their friends about it, because then they're getting it out. But as far as taking it out into outside of that, sometimes they can take it a little farther. But there's a higher tolerance now to things. But majority of women don't really get what they want from a man. And what usually happens is they end up breaking down that man. I've seen it happen a lot, where a lot of dominant women are with feminine men, and then like the man doesn't feel like a man, and he doesn't feel good about himself because he's constantly being broken down. And like, you're not doing this for us, you're not doing that, and then it's just hurting both sides, because she's not getting what he wants and neither is he.
Damn, I like that. Okay, I like that.